So now we'll go to New Zealand, where we will have our second Sauvignon Blanc of the 12 Club with Pacific Potion from the Supernatural, who we love out of Hawke's Bay. So they just do anything and everything with Sauvignon Blanc. They have some really crazy orange wines from Sauvignon Blanc. This one I would say is somewhere in between the two, of like, it's a little bit not your stereotypical Sauvignon Blanc, but I do think you could probably still place it in New Zealand. So starting with the color, it is slightly darker in hue than you would be used to, just because it has a few years of age on it. On the nose, especially if you start at the side, the first thing I'm getting is petrol, more so than like grapefruit, which is normally the first thing that I would get off of a New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. It also has like a bit of like lime zestiness to it. And I know what it tastes like, and I'm not getting some of these other notes on it. So let's see the palette and do a little comparison. So really nice acidity, but not as like punch you in the face as some Sauvignon Blancs from New Zealand can be. And that petrol is definitely still there. Grapefruit is there, but what I'm really left with at the end is more like tropical fruits like passion fruit or star fruit, or take your pick. That's really like the lingering finish that I'm having with it, which is super nice. And I would say a little bit unusual for Hawke's Bay New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. So really fun example to maybe compare with the Sancerre. I would say this one definitely has less minerality and less of like the earthy notes that you would get from the old world wines. From a traditional perspective, I think I could probably pick out this one as New World versus the other one being Old World just because of that. And then as far as pairings go, it is still quite acidic and light. So I think the ABV is 11.5. So you could do some really great salads with this. You could do like lighter fish, or even like a ceviche could be really nice with this. Like if you had ceviche that had like mango in it, or something that kind of like plays with those fruits that I talked about on the finish, that would go really well. You could maybe, I always talk about pork with mango salsa. Pork could still work with this, I would say. But if you really, I think trying to like play with that like tropical fruit part of it, especially based on the season we're in, would really be like where this wine would shine. So I hope you enjoy.